Hello, I'm Adriana and welcome to my channel. I am a soul path mentor and I have worked every day for the last 8 years on my issues and lower vibrational patterns so that I could become a clear channel for information that supports your growth. I have a tarot reading for us today. This is a little bit different than usual, but let's get started and see where we go. Okay, so first card out, Ace of Fire. We're talking about the energy of inspiration, of new beginnings, and of starting. And this is I pulled this card for the energy of where you are. Even though things may be unclear at this moment, there is a knowing inside of you, a feeling of It's like a feeling of direction inside of you that says, no, this is the way I'm going. And even if you're not totally comfortable with that, or you're not at the destination yet, you have a clear sense of direction. And I feel like nothing is stopping you. Like within you, nothing is stopping you. You're gonna go no matter what. There's a fearless quality to that card. So let's see what's going on in your situation. Also, I want to say that there's more opening up for you than what you may realize. So please be careful when dismissing options. Even if you're like, well, no, that's really not what I'd like. Consider the option, because there still might be something in there that you can then use to manifest something else. With this opening up idea that I'm getting from this card, you want to keep yourself open. You want to keep your options open, and don't let your preconceptions get in the way of closing down something which may not be the direction you thought you were going, but you actually end up really liking or really thriving in. Okay. So when I say there's no room for doubt right now, so if you're struggling with doubt, it's really time to commit yourself to letting that doubt go. Whatever practice or whatever ritual you need to come up with within yourself, words you say, something you do with your body to remind yourself, nope, that doubt isn't real. It's time. It's time to step forward, because sorry, I'm still on this card. I'm not ready to get off of it yet. There's a lot of layers. There's a lot of depth in here. So this struggle, this search has been going on a long time. And it's like you don't want to fall at the last hurdle. So make sure that you're really strong in your support of yourself and your support of your vision. And that's why the openness to possibilities is so important right now, because doubts are very quick to shut things down. So if this new opportunity shows up, the doubt's going to say, but you can't do that. It's new. It's not what we wanted. No. So anything that compresses you rather than expands you, that's what you need to let go of, say goodbye to for now. It's not the time for focusing and compressing yet. Okay, situation card, please. All right, actually going to get 3. Elder of Fire, 8 of Fire, Queen of Earth. Strong cards. I feel like there is a lot of pressure in your external environment to maybe, find that focused path or to settle on that one thing. You're receiving pressure from all of this fire here. Do, act, do something, go fixate, or not fixate, but choose. And you're still in the exploring stage. Yes, you're going towards something, but what you're going toward, it's not totally known yet. You're feeling this pressure it also could be self-imposed. You're feeling this pressure to really narrow it down. And the Queen of Earth is coming in as a nurturing force, saying, wait a second, do we need to move this fast? This fire energy wants to move fast. The earth energy wants to move slow. The earth energy wants to support you in what you're doing. but it also wants to make sure that you're running what you're considering to ground, that you're taking it far enough. Okay, so openness is one thing, but now we're going a step further. Being openness and really being open to something and really projecting it outward, but in a way that supports you rather than shuts you down. Okay, so again, this is talking against the no, that's not what I wanted, I don't think I can do it, doubt, shutting it down. This is okay. This is a possibility. Now, where could it go if I don't get in my own way? Extrapolating into the future, where could this go? Because this is also the energy of bringing a project down to earth and then nurturing it. Like the inspiration comes from up and then nurtures. We've got risk taking here. We've got the more conservative, grounded approach here. But we have the 8 of Wands bringing this together. So rather than being dismayed by your situation or discouraged because it maybe seems like there's too much responsibility or too much pressure, let's see how we can get this all together. So what is the goal here? What is the soul's goal in all of this? 4 of fire, again, fire. So your soul's message in this is don't feel like you have to get to the end right now. We just need to get to the end of this phase. Okay. The 4 of Wands is traditionally like a celebration card, graduations or weddings or something marking the end of a chapter and the start of something new, but it's not a culminating ending like the world. It's something on the way. So it's something like you graduate from high school, but you're on your way to college. Or I know I just said wedding. Let's say you get engaged, but we still need to do the wedding. We still need to do after the honeymoon period, right? We still need to build this life together. It's a door that looks like a moment of pause, but it's opening up. So what I feel like is in the energy of all of this, okay, we've got all of this going on, all these possibilities, all of these things happening. Let's see what we can do to bring one of these or a few of these, maybe 2 of them instead of 10 of them, 2 of these to the next level. And what is that next level? You need to know that for yourself, but it's not trying to go to the end. It's not even going halfway, in fact. It's going about 2/5 of the way. 40%, right? It's going about 40% there. So not fully halfway and not fully all the way. And why I feel like it's 40% rather than 50% is that in that 40%, there is still a wiggle room. If you decide, you know what, this isn't really the direction I like to go, but because I've gone this far, I know I want to go this direction now. It's like you have to do enough. You have to taste enough of it to be able to know, yes, I want to do this. No, I want to do this. And I think sometimes what can happen is when we feel pressured to choose, it can really overwhelm us because we don't know how it's going to turn out or we don't know how we're going to do. And it's all of those unknowns and the doubts become even stronger, right? So what if you only had to do 40%? And then what if looking at that 40%, you were to say then, okay, yeah, I really like this. This is working for me. I can keep going. I can do the next 10% and then I can do 10% after that. That's what we're doing. We're committing only to 40% at this point. All right. And we're committing in the spirit of nurturing. We're committing in the spirit of expansion, yet nurturing. So as you can see through this reading, we've had a progression. We started off with all possibilities open, being open, 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 open. And then it was, okay, let's take one of those, extrapolate it out. Let's take another one, extrapolate it out. Then let's hone it in, our Queen of Earth. Then let's hone it in and see what we can do to bring this to a 40% level. And that's what your soul is asking you to do right now. Your soul is not asking you to be brilliant and have all these amazing insights and conclusions and sure answers of where this is going or how it's going to go. It just says get their 40% and then look around. I love this card for you right now because we've got all these volcanoes, and volcanoes are about transformation of the land, literally turning fire into rock, into something tangible, taking a spark of inspiration, an idea, a feeling, a passion, and making it earth, making it something real. So we're just starting there. We're not asking us to build a new continent or another mountain. We're just starting to lay a few pieces of earth down. Okay, is there anything else? Okay, we're going to look at encouraging and discouraging forces around you, within you. It's around you. Okay. Okay, Elder of Earth, Nine of Water for discouraging. I'll show you in a second. Encouraging, please. Encouraging, Wheel of Fortune, Hanged Man. Okay. Now, I'm going to start with the encouraging. Is that right? Yeah, we're going to start with the encouraging. So, because we're only looking at 40%, you have a lot more, I want to say, wiggle room to spiritually connect with where you want this project to end up. All right. The Wheel of Fortune lets you know that you're more in control of your destiny than you may realize. And interesting, Hanged Man is 3 and Wheel of Fortune is 10, which is a 1, 3 plus 1, 4, 40%, 4 of fire. So let's make sure that once you've done your tangible work, then let's take a step back spiritually and say, what does this mean to me? Where is this really going? Am I truly aligned with abundance at this moment? Am I aligned with the feeling of having more than enough, being really excited, being connected through my heart, feeling fully supported? Or am I still feeling like I'm not doing something, or I'm lacking something, or it's a strange thing to be coming through someone else has it better than me? If you're still holding on to that, then what you've started is not going to reach its full spiritual or indeed material potential, because we're looking at abundance as being connected to both. What holds you up, or what's discouraging you from moving forward, is it's a little bit of fear of success. There's a little bit of dreaming going on, wanting to have the success before you're actually there, wishing that it could happen rather than actually doing some of the work. So this is kind of a strange message, because it's saying do enough of the work that you can then really take stock of what this means to you, what this means to your spiritual growth. Is this something that you're loving so much that you want to see it through to the end? Does this represent for you triumph over your own darkness, over your own doubt? Does this represent to you belief in yourself? What is the bigger message here? Rather than looking so much at the rewards, the earthly rewards, what will this mean to you in the bigger picture? What will this mean to you spiritually? That's what is going to encourage you. If you get really caught up in the where you should be, or the material aspect of that hasn't come through, or you wish would come through, or maybe isn't enough, that's what's going to hold you back. Okay, all of this is looking forward and understanding that when you look forward and you actually go forward, the view from that place is going to be very different from the view from where you are now. So that's why it's important to have that overarching sense of the deeper meaning for you, because it is that deeper meaning that is going to fuel you onwards and help you determine where you want to be. Do you still want to align with this, or do you still want to align with something different? So all of this is really encouraging you to use an inner compass for your direction rather than exterior or external reward, external validation. Use that internal compass, because strengthening that will strengthen your connection to your higher guidance, and then ultimately to the force that brings you the abundance and the outcomes that you are seeking. Okay? And the transformation of your life in the way that you're seeking has to come through that path of aligning with your soul self, with your spiritual self. Okay, is there anything else that the cards want to bring forward? I'm going to just compare something real quick. We have all these dark, shadowy tunnel or shadowy sides, and there's also a really interesting thing happening in the perspective here. So what are you trying to tell me with that? Okay, the message is not to focus on the peripherals so much as the heart of what's really going on, okay? So focusing on the heart, the spiritual meat of what's really going on, the core, okay? Don't worry about what's happening in your peripheral world, especially with other people. Keep this very much contained in your own estimation of how things are going, not what other people are saying about it. All right, thanks so much for joining me. Again, if you'd like to get in touch, if you'd like to learn about the different ways you can work with me, please click on the description below, and I'll see you soon.